Hi, this is Jason from McGuire's Clocks, and today we're going to take a look at this beautiful Sovereign Empress wall-hanging grandfather clock. Sovereign was only around for a few years. They did everything to the most top-notch they could possibly do. All the cases are handmade, hand-finished, hand-assembled. This one is finished in ebony lacquer with olive ash burl accents. It has a Ergos cable drive triple chime movement. There is no night off on this one because the clock is of an age where they didn't have it. Thusly, the new movement that we put in it, they still don't add that on there to it. You can see here in the base of the clock, it still has all the original factory paperwork. So we'll start taking a look at it here. Like I said, it's got olive ash burl all over it, which really makes it stand out on the top. And it's gonna be hard to see because it's dark down there, but the bottom is finished exactly like the top is with the olive ash burl. You've got it all around the door. You have brushed brass weights and a brushed brass pendulum. And get down here and you can kind of see that olive ash burl down there on the bottom also. The case is in beautiful shape. You get beveled glass in the front and on the sides. There you go. It has a mirrored back in it. And they did everything to the fullest. So you have these really heavy duty screws in this that use an Allen key to take them in and out. The mounting board on the inside of the clock, if I can get a good shot of it, it's also put in with these. There we go. All their cases were solid wood, whether it be oak, walnut, cherry. I'm not sure what's underneath the black lacquer on this, but I guarantee there's no filler wood in this clock anywhere. It weighs a bunch. The black ebony, see, you can see, I mean, there's no scratches in this, but these swirl marks you see, that's just because it's a black ebony finish. All the ones that I've seen, we do have two other customers with this clock in Austin that I've seen, and they both have these swirl marks on them, and that's because the case was hand finished. You just almost can't get away from that. It has a plate on it. It says the Empress number 38 of 1,000 by Sovereign Limited. So all of Sovereign's clocks were limited edition clocks. Weren't supposed to be any more than 1,000 made of them. Because of how short a time this company was in business, the theory is that there was none of them that were made up to 1,000. Probably less than 500 of them were made each, which makes them pretty rare in the clock world. At 1,000 a piece, they would have been rare to begin with, but at less than 500, that's even less. You know, that's even more rare. Show you this on the inside. All the glass is put in with wood strips, black lacquered, and then screwed in. There's no rubber grommets like on the new clocks. There's also, even though the door is not real long, they've put 3 hinges on it just for support to make sure everything stays where it's supposed to be. This one does not have a lock. It's just a pop lock. It sticks in there and pulls open. So supposedly everything on these clocks were made in America. You can see they have that on here on their dial. Most of the time, especially on anything new you buy, this will say made in Germany. Really doesn't matter, but you know, if it's all made in America, that's pretty cool, with the exception of the mechanical unit. So on the dial, all these pieces here are overlaid over the shiny brass in the back, and they're riveted on. On any of the new clocks, you can see the rivets there, and on the silver ring. On any of the new clocks, that's going to be glued on. It's also using Roman or Arabic numerals instead of Roman numerals, which is a little different. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what it sounds like. This one does Winchester, Whittington, and Westminster, which is a little different. Usually you get Winchester, Whittington, and St. Michael's, or Westminster, Whittington, and St. Michael's. This one does Westminster and Winchester. So we'll start at the top at Winchester. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the door so you can hear it while it's striking the hour, since we're on 12. The top of the case, in the very, very top, it's slotted open with speaker grill over top of it, so the sound will travel out the top of it a little bit better, which makes it decently loud for a clock this size. Not to mention, if we can see in here with all the mirror, it makes it convoluted, but these rods that are in here, they're really long. They go from there all the way up into the top of the clock, so it's got quite a bit of chime rod to it. All right, and this should be Whittington. All right, we'll go all the way down for Westminster now. All right, now stand back and turn the phone around here so you can get a full length shot of it. This clock here, this battery operated Howard Miller, is a pretty, I mean, it's a little bit shorter than most grandfather clocks just because of the style of it, but it's still a pretty good representation of a standard size grandfather clock. So you can see kind of what size this one is. We'll be asking $4,750 for it. And we do free delivery anywhere within 200 miles of Austin, Texas. The zip is 78751. And this is Jason with McGuire's Clocks. You can find us at mcguiresclocks.com. We do not have everything we have by any means on our website. So if you're looking for something, give us a call. You can also find us on Facebook just under McGuire's Clocks. And if you have any questions, please give us a call at 512-452-4558. Thank you.